Welcome to the Gooniverse, everybody. My name is Sid.
I'm Tim.
I'm John.
First of all, yes, the Gooniverse is still Armbar Nerds, except it's a new name, new logo, new theme, and a new member. So our new member, his name is Mosh Rahman. He is also from Dallas, Texas. And he's a good friend of mine. We've known each other for a very long time. But Mosh, why don't you say hello?
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Good to be here. It's going to be fun to be nerdy.
Nerdy.
What's up?
Being nerdy is my favorite way to be.
Mosh, what is your nerd background?
It is a job interview. We tricked you.
So, does this count right here? I have a Batman. What do you call these things? The coaster things, whatever. You know, koozie things.
Yeah.
So here's one thing. Yeah. In my office, I have a Captain America and Batman. I'll try to simplify, but growing up, I watched cartoons, obviously, and especially Batman and Superman was like the earliest I can remember. And then, all the superhero movies growing up, Star Warses, Matrixes, but all of that, mostly mainstreamy things. I'm not really anime guy. I'm not.
Well, if you like comic book characters and especially even the animated shows, there's definitely an anime door that can be opened.
Yeah, there's definitely a door. Yeah, that myself not. I don't watch that at the moment, but I might get into it. But I mean, really nerd movies and mostly movies like comic book related stuff or sci-fi or what have you. Right, all the popular ones. That's my favorite stuff. I have read some comics, video game, big time. I've actually owned every single PlayStation, like from the beginning.
Nice.
Except the 5, not that yet. Well, later on, and then I mean, but you'll find out.
Have you read any of? You said Batman. Have you read any comics or graphic novels, as I would say, of Batman?
Good question. I've read I've only read a couple of graphic novels. I do have one that I bought just for the hell of it that has a compilation of Batman and Superman comics throughout the years.
Right.
Like Dark Knight Returns, that's in there, and Year One or what have you.
The Frank Miller stuff.
Frank Miller stuff a little bit, yeah. But I don't have a collection of comics or anything, or I haven't read myself. Mostly my exposure is majority movies and then animated TV shows, basically.
See, I was the same way. We have a comic shop near us, and I always felt like I didn't know where to start. I wanted to read them, but I didn't know where to start because there's always different arcs. There's different writers. Every so many years they come out with a whole new line. Before there was the new 52. Now it's I forget what else it is now. DC Rebirth, maybe.
Yeah.
I would recommend, since you're into Batman, because I love Batman as well, the graphic novel Hush is fantastic. And I just got the one that's the last night on Earth, where Batman has the severed head of Superman talking to him, he's trying to keep him alive or something. I have all of the Dark Knight's metal stuff, but I haven't read them yet. And the new 52 Batman, I have volume 1 through 5, I believe. That's some really good stuff, like the Court of Owls and arc, and the Death of the Family or In the Family arc.
Yeah,
because there's two different ones. There's an older one that's Death of or In, and then the one that's from the new 52. But speaking of animation, I would say, Marvel has more commercial success in movies, but I think when it comes to television, especially animation and even animated movies, DC takes the cake.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah,
I have to agree with that.
And Sid, have you ever watched the I don't remember what it's called, but it's a DC animated Batman movie. It's either called like Ninja Batman or Batman Samurai or
Batman
something like
Ninja,
that.
I think. I heard of it and I saw the trailers. I still need to watch it.
Oh,
It
it's
looked
so good.
really cool. It looked really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Feudal Japan Batman. Are you kidding me? Like, that's
There is a Batman novel that I've read. It's not a graphic novel. It's like a regular book.
Oh yeah.
It's called Batman Nightfall. Have you
I
ever
think
read
I've
it?
seen
Bane?
that.
It's about Bane.
Yeah.
It's really good. If you
That's
can ever
awesome.
get your hands on that, it's really good. It's not a graphic novel. It's like a regular, like a
I think they made a graphic
it's like
novel out
a
of it,
novel.
too.
They probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But no, like I remember I saw in Target they had I think they had either that or it was called like Night Walker or something like that. There was a Batman just actual novel too. I've seen that in Target before the pandemic.
I used to read Star Wars books.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the
There's
Star
a
Wars
lot
books
of
are good.
of Star Wars. But Mosh, I wanted to ask you. So you mentioned Captain America as well. Whenever I was a kid, I'm not a patriotic person. I don't understand it. I guess I'm more of like individual and a globalist. I don't understand any of that. But then, like, when I saw the Marvel films, especially the Captain America ones, and Iron Man, I didn't like Iron Man as a kid. I just thought he was Bruce Wayne without any motivation. So he just made gadgets instead of learning karate and shit. So, like, I had no pull towards those characters. But once I saw the Marvel films, standalones of Captain America and Iron Man, I loved it. Did you like Captain America as a child, or was your story similar?
Good question. I actually was not familiar with any of those Marvel heroes as a kid. Like, I mean, but before teenage years and stuff, the Saturday mornings would be like, I specifically remember WB had Superman and Batman cartoons for sure, and then eventually they got to Justice Leagues and what have you. But and I enjoy watching those sometimes on Netflix. But I was never familiar with. Okay, I'll take it back. Other than Spider-Man
And X-Men.
X-Men,
right.
those cartoons, I did watch them as a kid. But I was not familiar with like any other Marvel property as a child until the MCU came along, because I had no idea who is Iron Man or who is not even Captain America, even though I see he goes way back in the comics. But I agree, the Captain America in general, I would say of all the heroes in the universe, like his movies happen to be the best as a collection, other than maybe his origins, but they all together they're awesome. But Iron Man 1 is, I think it's the top 5 like MCU movie, but we can rank those probably later. But yeah,
maybe we'll rank them today. I don't know.
Sure.
But the other thing was, X-Men is fantastic. Spider-Man was fantastic as a kid. You mentioned cartoons earlier as well. What are some of your favorite cartoons?
Oh shit.
Sorry, this is like an interview, but like,
no, it's fine.
you know, we had a few people know us from our respective brands, and also we had a few episodes of Armbar Nerds before. So I kind of just wanted the listeners and even John and myself to get a better feel for who you are.
Yep.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Well, that's a good question. Okay, so if I had to pick like some of my favorite animated series,
Yeah, you could just spitball them in, like,
the Batman animated series
absolutely.
always lives
Mhm.
there.
Oh, yeah.
The original Superman animated series, like in the '90s, and then eventually that like led to the Justice Leagues. I really did enjoy those. Man, but if I, it's hard to think about because it's
I mean, are there any that aren't superhero
it's
related?
been a long time. Yeah, I mean, I used to watch. Man, I watched Nickelodeon all the time. I watched.
Nickelodeon back in the day
Yeah, oh yeah.
was top notch stuff. Not
Yeah.
so much anymore, but
Yeah, I was crazy about those back then. Nickelodeon back in the day, Cartoon Network back in the day, and I'm really excited on HBO Max. They have like the entire Looney Tunes series or something. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit! So I'm gonna go back. That will be the most.
if you have HBO Max and you like Batman, I'm telling you right now, dog, like the stuff that they acquired from the DC streaming service, first off, the Harley Quinn animation show
I heard
is
about
fucking amazing.
that.
Second, I watched Titans, the live action show.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. Much better than the CW produced stuff. But yeah, Cartoon Network even today and before they never lost a step. Like
In the early 2010s, for sure.
Adventure Time, regular show, Steven Universe. Now we got Craig of the Creek.
Yeah.
I mean, Cartoon
There's
Network
John.
is.
John, you want to talk about how much you love Steven for a little bit?
We don't have enough time.
Oh, gosh. Well, you want to summarize your thoughts, like in a nutshell?
We should just do a whole episode on Steven.
If the people could see us, if this was a video podcast, I would show off my multiple paintings, my complete DVD box set, my baseball hat, my art books, my drawings. I
Some
would
pins?
Huh?
Some pins.
Some pins,
You getting stickers. Coming?
my stickers, my Stivoni Funko Pop.
He got me amethyst for my birthday last year, which
That's
was
pretty
rad.
awesome.
There's my laptop. If I could show Moss really quick. Oh god. There's wires. This is the back of my laptop.
Oh my goodness! This is the first time I'm seeing it too. Actually, this is my first time.
All Steven Universe.
It's all Steven. Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever I bust his balls over Steven Universe head, I'm not kidding.
It's valid. It's
What's
No, I know.
Huh?
Sorry,
what does Steven Universe that mean?
John. You're up.
Steven Universe.
I mean, I could do it, but I'd rather.
Oh, I'm going to do it. Steven Universe was a show on Cartoon Network created by Rebecca Sugar. Rebecca Sugar, an amazing human being. Fuck. Hold on. The mouse. Okay, there it is. So, Steven Universe started in the year 2013. It just ended in 2020. It had an original run of 5 seasons of television. It had a movie, and it had an epilogue series. In addition to those, there are 3 video games. It follows the story of Steven Universe, who is a half-human, half-alien young boy living in the city of Beach City, Delmarva. He is cared for by 3 alien warriors named Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl.
Yes, the alien species are called gems.
Yes, the alien species are called gems. They're all named after and designed around actual real-life gemstones or other minerals. The boy's mother, Rose Quartz, was a rebel leader who went against her own planet to save Earth when there was an invasion that was scheduled to happen. And now her 3 closest friends, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl,
And
Steven's father, Greg, help to care for and raise Steven to teach him how to be a gem, how to use his powers, which he inherited from his mother, because in order to bring him into the world, the mother actually is no longer with us. And it's an amazing show.
It's hard to
it's hard to explain without spoiling it. But it is the first and only one of few. Oh, hold on. What the hell just happened?
I will say this: John and I had a couple of sessions where he had me binge a crap ton of Steven Universe episodes.
Yeah, they did.
And they're pretty good. I like it. And they're
Have
really
you been hearing me the whole time?
I can hear you.
Have you been hearing me like the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But it's the first Cartoon Network show to be solely created by a woman as well, which is pretty cool.
And it's very popular among conservatives. We call them social justice warriors.
Yeah,
I would call them human beings because it has a lot of representation for oppressed groups within society.
It's one of the only forms of media that's made for children to feature a gay wedding.
Yes.
That and Arthur, too.
That and Arthur, yeah.
Arthur?
Yeah, his teacher's gay.
Yeah, Mr. Ratburn.
Mr. Ratburn's gay.
Wow, talk about nostalgia. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love Arthur.
Arthur was really cool. Yeah, I mean, like, even back then, like, Arthur, it tackled some, a little bit more mature issues, too. Like, like Buster, that character, he has him and his mom are, like, apparently they're divorced. And and then there's, like, an episode where he's dating where his mom is dating someone, and he, like, actually likes him because he's taking Buster to, like, the baseball games, but they decide to break up and stuff, his mom and her boyfriend, and everything that goes on with him. And so I thought that was interesting that they did that. And yeah, and now, like I said earlier, John had me binge watch a bunch of episodes of Steven Universe. They're pretty good.
When
They're
did you
really
do that,
short,
by the way?
Yeah, we will. We will do that.
Yeah.
It's very short. They're very short episodes, like 10 minutes.
I could talk about why Steven Universe is good for multiple hours. And
to be honest, whenever it first aired, I was watching. I was a regular show fan. Some Adventure Time was good, some of it wasn't. And then Steven came out, and I was just like, I don't know if I can get into this. And then years later,
I started watching it in like 2019 after years of my friends being like, "You would like this show. You would like this show. Check out this show," and me just being like, I'm watching wrestling," or I'm watching Marvel shit," or I'm watching this. And it was the first 4 seasons are on Hulu. And it was recommended to me one day, and I was like, I'll give this a shot. And 2 days later, I was done with season 1.
Yeah. So, Mosh, and this is going to be a question that we can go around in. I want Mosh to answer it first.
Yeah, we're about 26 minutes left.
And then Sid can answer, and then John, then myself.
All right.
Mosh, I assume you have seen all of the modern Batman films, meaning the Tim Burton ones until the Ben Affleck era. Have you seen the Batman trailer for the Robert Pattinson?
The new Batman? Who hasn't? Are you kidding me? Hell yeah!
All right. So
it's gonna be
I'm going to ask you to rank not the movies. Not just the Batman character.
Like the actors. The actors?
Yes.
Are we including Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman?
No.
Because live action Batman?
He would be. I mean, we could. If you want to.
I've never seen any of that.
Okay, so then we won't. We won't. Just live action.
Movies. Okay, just the movies. Okay. So ranking the Batman characters, the Batman actors, I mean, that's a good question, man.
Rank the Batman.
Yeah, I mean, the Dark Knight trilogy is like the best trilogy, almost you could argue ever, and not even just superheroes. Bale was awesome. I mean, Affleck is great too. um, it's hard to pick between them two. Okay, I will say Affleck is like a more real, like comic book accurate Batman, I would say, and Bale he had a better performance like in the live action movies. I mean, the Dark Knight trilogy is clearly the best of all Batman movies. So okay, I'll say for that reason, I'll say Bale is first, Affleck is second, Keaton would be third, and then I don't know if
Val Kilmer, and then the one who shall not be named.
Voldemort. Voldemort.
yeah.
No,
Pattinson, I have a feeling is gonna he's gonna kill it. He's gonna
absolutely. Here's where I differ with you. Christian Bale, the Dark Knight trilogy is fantastic, and The Dark Knight is the absolute best Batman film ever made.
Oh yeah.
But Christopher Nolan's movies mostly were based around the villain and the villain's philosophies. In that sense, I don't really think Christian Bale was that good. He was a great Bruce Wayne. He could play a rich prick amazingly because if you've ever seen American Psycho, amazing.
A little bit, yeah.
But
You like Bill Collins?
at the end. I just wanted to throw that little tidbit in there of thought. Sid?
I said next.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Go, man.
okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. When it comes to comic book movies, I try to see who has portrayed it as accurately to the source material. And I would say, and I would agree with Mosh and say that Affleck did it best when it came to just the comic book character come to life. And what?
I said, yeah, but it's Ben Affleck.
Don't
You know
listen
what?
to your mom.
I don't
I have my
really
own
care.
thoughts, sir.
Yeah, neither do I.
Now, go ahead,
like-
keep going.
Okay, so for me, I will say that for me, my personal favorite Batman is definitely Ben Affleck.
Even though he didn't have his own film.
Yeah, even though he didn't have his own film, I think his own film would have still been fine. Like even if they put Ben Affleck
If
instead,
he had his own film the way it was supposed to be, and he was behind it, and
would've been
Jeff
great.
Johns and Kevin Smith were all behind it, that shit would have rolled.
absolutely. I
the
have
Batman.
to. I can't
He
argue.
was
Ben-
supposed to be in like the new Flash or something. Like there's so many rumors going
Well,
around.
the Flash movie, there was rumors that it was going to be Flashpoint, so people thought Keaton was going to play Thomas Wayne, but apparently it's not that. But they are like bringing
Excuse me.
all of the different multiverses. So there's going to be Keaton, Affleck, and possibly even Pattinson. I don't know.
That would be interesting. But yeah, so after that, definitely I will say. After that, I'll say Christian Bale. I think he did well as Batman. I know what you
Texans don't
said.
know shit.
Oh, shut up. Okay. But no, I would say Christian Bale was a really good Batman, but I am going to have to say Michael Keaton was a little bit better than Christian Bale as Batman. And even because I think Michael Keaton, what he did, because see, when it comes to Batman, there are three different people. There's Bruce Wayne as he is portrayed in front of people. There's Bruce Wayne as he actually is, and then there's Batman. I think Michael Keaton, across both movies, portrayed each aspect of that character a lot better than someone like Christian Bale, who, like you said, Tim, did a great job as Bruce Wayne, the playboy billionaire guy.
Yeah.
I mean, even Bruce Wayne, like just Bruce Wayne both aspects of Bruce Wayne, he did really well. But like you said, it's more focused on the villains. But then after that, I guess Christian Bale, just because of that, he did a great job. And also, I do love Christopher Nolan as well, just in his other movies too. Then Keaton, then Val Kilmer, and then Voldemort.
Wait, I thought you put Keaton over Bale.
No, sorry. Yeah. Then Val Kilmer, Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, Voldemort.
Yeah. John?
I don't want to say anything. Just Tim's going to get butthurt.
Hey, John, why so serious?
Yeah, really.
Michael Keaton is number one, always will be, and will never be outshone.
And why would I get butthurt about that?
Because of what I'm about to say next. Because number two is Christian Bale. Because people say a hero is nothing without a good villain. Well, a good villain ain't shit without a good hero.
Reverse.
Okay.
Number three is Val Kilmer. Number
Batman
four
Forever.
is Ben Affleck. And number five is Bat Nipples.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Well, okay.
Are we going to? Is it wrong for us to throw Pattinson in there just based off the?
We haven't seen it
It's
yet.
very wrong.
I want to wait till the movie.
Premature.
Okay.
Can I jump in one thing?
Yeah.
So I know we're focused on just movie actors for this character. And by the way, when the original Batman came out, hashtag 1999 is literally the year I was born. So it's been with my life the whole time. But if we were to expand this beyond the movies and included animated shows, video games, and even or whatever, I'm telling you, like Kevin Conroy, the voice this man has for Batman.
Absolutely.
And especially if you played Injustice video games, amazing games, by the way. Injustice video games, the entire animated series, and maybe other animated movies I can't think of. But this man's the voice, like you are totally bought that's Batman. There's
Absolutely.
no doubt. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the same goes for Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
For
with
sure.
Joker.
By the way, we got a little under 10 minutes left. So
Christ.
time
Yeah.
flies.
Anyway, my list is number one, Michael Keaton. Not because he's from Pittsburgh, but because when you look at that man in a bat suit, you believe that is Batman. And I agree with what you said, Sid. The portrayal of Bruce Wayne behind the scenes, in front of the camera, and Batman, he did the best job. His movies, the villains were strong, but his Batman was strong. My second would be, it's kind of a tie, but I'll give the edge to Bale, only because Ben Affleck did not have his own movie. There was a lot of potential with Ben Affleck, and I was very sad when everything got dropped.
Yeah.
So second, I'll give to Bale. Also, when I talked about the villain and its philosophies, I think it took over a lot from the second movie and the third movie. The first movie, Batman Begins, the first half of that movie was very, very Batman origin driven, and I enjoyed it very much. So I would go Keaton, Bale, Affleck, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, if he would have stayed longer, the Joel Schumacher films get shit on, but if you lived during that time period, the art and the aesthetic, it matched what was going on in society.
Yeah.
Dude,
it wasn't too far off. And also, like, if you watched the 60s show and everything, you understood that Schumacher was very, very, he was kind of taking the Tim Burton darkness and the campiness of the show and adding it together. And Batman Forever was a very, was the best version of that idea. His next film, Batman and Robin, was absolute garbage. The only reason I wanted to see it was because my first Hollywood crush was in it. Batgirl, aka Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, nice.
I will throw the man from ER, that's what he was from back then, as the final portrayal of Batman. But I will say that he is a good Bruce Wayne as well. But you can't. Number one, I'm not taking Batman seriously if he's played by that much of a good-looking guy. Number one. Number two, you got tits on the batsuit. What the fuck? I ain't watching it.
Also, the comically large codpiece.
Yeah.
To be fair, even Val Kilmer, they did have the bat nipples on the bat suit, but they weren't as pronounced.
They tried to make it.
Really? I didn't know that. I didn't realize
they were there. It was there, but it was there. But it wasn't like
I had
the only good part of that movie. The only good parts were Uma Thurman. Like Uma Thurman outshined. I'm also like.
You didn't like all the freeze
like Chris O'Donnell. No. Yeah. I mean, it's funny now, but like,
it's one of those. It's one of those fun movies that are so bad it's good.
Yeah, and I really liked
so bad it's fun.
Anne Hathaway as Selena Kyle in the Dark Knight trilogy.
So hot. Yeah,
she was good.
We all watched that one part of Brokeback Mountain.
I didn't.
Oh yeah,
Are you serious?
I've never seen Brokeback Mountain.
No, there's just one part.
I have no idea.
Oh, there's a sex.
I don't even know anything about it.
With
Anne Hathaway's titties, bro.
I know.
Okay.
Anyway,
no, there's another movie called Havoc with her.
Ooh, Sid, you know your stuff, yeah.
She's
He's a filthy pervert, so yeah.
Well, but we're all agreed that
Anne Hathaway's hot. Yes.
Yes, and Nipples Bat is the worst Batman. So.
Yes,
it's so bad. You guys, we can't even say Clooney. Like, is it that bad? Like, he's just a.
Well, you just did. You ruined the whole show.
Clooney.
That's it. You're out of here. No, I'm kidding.
This might be a hot take. I don't know people's perception of him at all. I think George Clooney is one of the most overrated actors of all time.
He's overrated as fuck, but also like.
I agree.
Like, there are redeeming qualities about him. He has had good movies, like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Is good.
That, but also like he does a lot of big charity work and like stands for a lot of good things, like worldly issues.
I thought that I thought that Tomorrowland was sort of unfairly shit upon.
I don't even know.
I actually never saw that.
It was a Disney.
I never saw that either.
It was a Disney movie with George Clooney.
Yeah.
So, Sid, what's the time?
We have about 3 minutes and 45 seconds before Zoom kicks us out. So,
you think future ones should be like a maybe we could pay for Zoom or something if you want a longer podcast?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
But anyway,
I was sort of thinking
I'm going to say this at the end of this whole Batman live action. Robert Pattinson. When I saw Robert Pattinson as Batman in the trailer, I had the same feelings I had when I saw the Dark Knight trailer for the first time and I saw Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
that was.
How do you take 10 things I hate about you, guy, and make him a maniac, psychopathic killer?
Well,
how do you take glittery vampire lover boy and make him one of the most grittiest and badass versions of Batman?
Right.
Amazing actors.
It's gonna be
Cedric
awesome.
Diggory did not die for this slander of glittery vampire boy asshole.
Do you
he shouldn't have taken up the glittery vampire boy then.
When this movie drops, that man will have, dude. If
he'll be part of three grandest franchises of all time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And let's say he gets in an accident or something and can't act anymore, he could do conventions for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
On all three of those things and get paid like a
The man,
fucking
he never has to work again
right
if he doesn't want to.
Once this movie drops, like,
That's
hey,
true.
I
And
was in Batman and Twilight and
Harry Potter.
fucking Harry Potter. So everybody give me money
Oh,
and
yeah.
come take a picture of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I remember
That's such a
in high
big
school.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty cool, the conversation about Batman. But I gotta ask, I mean, we talked a little bit about the trailer and we alluded to it here and there, but what did y'all like think about the trailer? Like, Mosh, why don't you talk about that for a minute?
What's not to love? Okay, so on vengeance. People, I don't think I've seen people freak out over a trailer since like Infinity War Endgame, which is not too long ago. But
Totally.
But I watch those trailers for fun. Go back and watch it, and I still get goosebumps even though I've seen those movies all the time. But yeah, I've seen this Batman trailer so many times, and it's synced to that Nirvana song. Like, it is freaking epic, and it's like he's already dark, and the Dark Knight trilogy is already dark, and then like I don't know if you guys read comments on there and shit, and then one guy's like, everyone's like, man, DC's pretty dark, and then DC is like, let's go darker. and it's like, and then when he beats up this, I guess we could talk about the trailer, but when he beats up that clown or just the random scrub, dude, he murdered a guy on the trailer.
Yeah, he broke that dude's arm.
He's got to be dead, bro. Like, he's straight up, like, he was already beat up and he's still punching him. Like, holy shit.
Right.
Like, I know Batman has got a lot of issues, but bro, like, we're talking like
Jesus.
But this is young Batman. This is
mother
Batman trying to figure out what Batman is, and that's rad to me. One part of the trailer that like after watching it, I was like, okay, so Colin Farrell was supposed to be in this. Where was he? And then I saw the comments saying who he was in the trailer, and I was like, holy shit, he's unrecognizable, completely unrecognizable. Yeah. And the fact that Paul Dano is playing Riddler is so amazing because Paul Dano is such a good fucking actor. Like,
underrated as hell.
Very much so.
I mean,
he played that high school
somewhat
nerd in The Girl Next Door. And then years later, I saw him.
He was in
Little Miss
Sunshine as well.
He was the mute.
I love that movie.
I never watched it.
That movie's so good.
But There Will Be Blood. He's amazing in that movie. But like he looks like a Riddler. He sounds like a Riddler, and that trailer just gave me chills down my spine.
Has anyone seen Gotham at all?
I watched the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, that was the first couple of episodes.
And like it was good. It's just like sometimes I just put things down and
I lost interest after like halfway season 2. I wanted to keep watching, but it is really dark show, by the way. But Batman Gotham, the city, and it is supposed to be dark. That's the world he's living in. But this new Batman, Pattinson, it reminds me a lot of like that Gotham City, like really corrupt and like people are just, there's death all the time. The Dark Knight trilogy did somewhat of a good job capturing the darkness of, especially Batman Begins, capturing like just how corrupt the city is and what have you, and they based it off like some of the earlier comics. But the Gotham show,
I think the Tim Burton ones did a good job at that too.
That's true. Yeah. Especially the first one.
I agree.
Especially the first one.
Yeah. I think you're right. He's gonna knock it out of the park. This is where playing some of the Arkham video games helps out, because I've played all of them. The original, the city, probably the best. Even that Origins one, like it kind of
Arkham Knights.
Arkham Origins.
Yeah, there's an Arkham Origins, which is same thing. It's just a younger Batman. And then Arkham Knight, I haven't played that in a long time, but I want to play it again. That's like the reason I got the PlayStation 4.
Right.
It reminds me of those games too.
Yeah, I actually bought that game, one of them, and I play like my attention span for video games is very small because I always feel like I should be watching wrestling or I should be doing
Like,
something else
bettering your life.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why am I fighting for
Not a gamer.
these fake rewards whenever I could try and get real ones?
Video games are good.
But like,
Hey man, there's still
I'll
trophies,
buy
bro.
those games and play them for like 24
Right.
hours straight, and then get to a point where I can't get past it, and then I'm like, fuck
Oh,
this.
gotcha.
But that's one of the games I bought for PlayStation 4. And those, I loved it. I loved like
Fun.
how the gameplay was, like the fighting.
The only one I played was Arkham City.
That's
I
That
don't
was
know which
really
one
good.
I owned, but
Arkham City is probably considered the best of all of them. I think.
Yeah. Arkham Asylum, I heard, was a little darker. That's from what I heard, right? Or was it?
Yeah,
is that the one with the
Well, yeah,
scarecrow?
because it's all inside. There's no lights.
he's in Arkham. He's in Arkham Asylum the whole time.
Bruh.
Yes. And
Come on, that was low hanging fruit. Okay.
I
Jeez.
missed that one. Huh.
Hey, Sid, put your phone sideways, huh?
Yeah. I'm on a
You mean
laptop.
horizontally?
I'm on a laptop, so that's not possible. So shut your mouth.
What a concept. You had that the whole time?
Sorry,
Well,
Mosh.
You know what? When it was announced that Pattinson would be the new Batman, a lot of people were skeptical, like, "Oh man, the Twilight guy is Batman.
Yeah.
There's no way he could be it. He's not physical."
That
whatever.
shit pissed me off. He's not the fucking Twilight guy.
Not anymore. It's been forever since.
Not anymore.
I want to see that movie he did with Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Lighthouse.
Me
or
too.
something?
Me too.
Yeah.
That's on my list. Yeah.
That looks good. Yeah.
You guys have seen Tenet? Yeah. He's awesome.
No, I
You
want to see
haven't seen
so
it yet?
bad.
Oh shit!
Is that on Netflix?
Not that I know
He's
of.
in a movie on Netflix that I wanted to see too. That's like badass or whatever. I don't remember.
Although the soundtrack to Tenet, I've been listening to that a lot, and it's
Dude.
fantastic.
That movie, by the way, it's like a typical Nolan movie, especially like a badass, epic one, like Inception or something. The first time you watch it, you're like, "What's going on?" I have no clue. That's a cool background.
Yeah.
There you go.
Your mind is blown, and you're like, "Whoa!" It's like Tenet's like that times 5. I'm like, no idea what the hell happened. I have to watch it more times to understand.
Yeah, I mean, like I remember I had to watch Inception at least 2 or 3 times before it made sense. Same thing with
I
like,
watched it
Interstellar.
twice. I watched
Which one?
Inception twice, and
Yeah.
there are parts that I liked, but ultimately I did not care for the film.
What? Anyway, I don't want to.
No, I mean it was visually captivating, and
Yeah,
some
it's a
parts that I
beautiful
liked,
film. Yeah,
but it's just I don't like mind fucks.
Oh, I do. It definitely did. If you don't like that, then you might as well skip Tenet, because if you think Inception is hard to cap, it's like, dude, just we'll get it to Tenet. Trust me, you're gonna be like, what the f?
Right.
yeah. I mean, I still need. I on the other hand actually am a huge Nolan fan, so I will still freaking watch it, and I don't care. But did you watch Interstellar, Tim, at all, or?
No.
Okay, I mean, you may like that one. I mean, it is sci-fi and all that stuff, and it's like in space. I feel like it's just a little bit easier to grasp, but you know, you could definitely. I mean, it's not as big of a mind fuck as Inception is. Actually, it's not a mind fuck at all. Or is
One
it?
thing I appreciate about those movies, and okay, this is not a spoiler to anything, but actually, no, it might be a spoiler. I'm not going to say it, but
No, it's good.
to something else. But isn't it kind of better to not know what's going on all at one time, and kind of slowly reveal it over time, and it's like the mystery's there the whole time?
Oh yeah.
Then like right at the end is another show that we're going to talk about later. That's kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That like later. Whoa,
Yes.
that's what happened. That's what's. Isn't that kind of cool? I love that.
That is cool. Speaking of which, okay, one really good Nolan movie that was no, I'm not talking about that show, but one really good movie by Nolan that I think was kind of is somewhat overlooked is called Amnesia.
Insomnia.
And, I'm sorry, Insomnia.
I had a feeling you're going to mention. I actually haven't seen Insomnia, but I need
okay. Yeah, I won't spoil anything, but yeah, it's Al Pacino and Robin Williams, rest in peace, in arguably one of his best performances.
to.
Like,
have you ever seen Father of the Year with Robin Williams?
Father? No, can't say I have.
Heard of
Or it's something like that. It's called something like that. It was
Father of the
made by.
Bride?
It was no. That's Steve Martin.
Yeah.
This isn't a comedy, and if it is, it's a dark comedy. It was made by Bobcat Goldthwait, I believe. It was a fantastic movie.
Okay.
That's good.
Speaking of Bobcat Goldthwait, have you ever seen God Bless America? Anybody?
I've heard of it. I think
Yeah,
I've
heard of
seen
it. Yeah.
But
Fuck, that movie's good.
I think I've seen it, but I don't know for sure.
It's about this guy, right, who just kind of gets fed. He lives in an apartment.
He gets like
and he
sick of
has
following the rules.
and it's
in-
he has
in
an
a way.
office job.
Yeah.
And like this woman he works with was sad one day. So the next
Does he
day,
start killing people?
yeah.
Yeah.
The next
I've
day
seen
he
that.
gives her flowers. Then he gets fired the next day for sexual harassment. And then
That's
like the people above him will never stop the noise, and he's clicking through the channels and he's watching like the Super Sweet 16 shit and seeing how the kids are like brats and like don't like how big their car was or it wasn't big enough or luxurious enough. And then he sees this little Asian mentally challenged kid on one of those talent shows, and they're just like exploiting him and laughing at him, but they keep pushing him forward so they can keep laughing at him, and this shit just like cracks him. And like at one point in the movie, the girl that was on the Super Sweet 16 show, he went to go kidnap her or something. That was the first act, but he didn't go through with it. But another little girl sees him and is like down, and she like starts following him and is like, please let me be your Bonnie to your Clyde, you know, like.
Yeah.
So him and this little girl go on like this just like crime
That's not-
killing spree.
Well,
And at one point they're in a movie theater
yeah.
and it's just them and these teenagers. And the teenagers keep playing on their phone, making jokes, laughing, just not giving a fuck about anybody else but themselves. And
Typical.
he goes, could you please quiet down? They don't listen. He stands up. She gives him the head nod, and he just like shoots one of them, or all of them. I don't remember, but it's a
Damn.
great movie.
that sounds crazy. I want to see
Oh,
that now.
shit.
But it's not like portrayed in a dark way, like
right. Yeah.
Joker or anything.
Dang.
It's an interesting movie.
You said Joker, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of Joker, please, I hope everyone here has seen the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Like 7 times.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah.
It's so good.
I loved when the two guys from the clown place came to his apartment to check on him, and he fucking sliced the one dude's throat.
Oh
and
my
he looks
god.
at the other guy and he goes, "You were always nice to me."
That was insane.
And he just like lets him go.
You know, it's we talk about these movies. I mean, one theme I think all these movies have is definitely mental health and you know, the deterioration of the character's mental health as well.
Due to societal effects.
Due to society, to society. And I would say there's another movie with Michael Douglas called Falling Down. And
oh yeah, dude, that's what started everything.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Like if you haven't watched Falling Down, I think it's a very underrated classic.
I've seen a lot of clips. Drake has mentioned it to me a lot, and the Foo Fighters music video for I don't know what it's called. I want to say it's called Learning to Walk Again, but that's probably not what it's called, but that's part of the chorus.
Is it inspired by Falling
It's
Down?
exactly like that. Like he's in traffic, he gets out of his car and all that.
Yeah. There's a meme that says it has like a picture of Michael Douglas in that movie, and it says, "This guy's the reason why we have all day breakfast at McDonald's," or something like that.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, now it's ringing a bell. It's been many, many years. I don't really remember, but
There's John. Oh wow.
Oh, that thing can do
Magic.
Um,
Green screen. Yeah.
is that
Yeah,
the one
just
where he's
purposeful.
at McDonald's and he's
Yeah.
like, this isn't a freaking like the Big Mac that's on the commercial. What the hell? And then they're like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, sorry, man, this is what it is." And then the kid's like, "Here, you could have one." Or
I
something.
think that's the one. That's the
Dang,
one.
that is. I haven't seen that in freaking years, but that's a long older movie.
But yeah, well, like that's the thing. Like, how society can have an effect on our minds, and how it can completely just make us sometimes just go fuck it. And
It absolutely, 100%.
in the words of the Joker from The Killing Joke, all it takes is one bad day.
Yes. Little piece of trivia for you, Sid.
Okay.
Do you know Michael Keaton's real name?
No.
Michael Douglas.
Wow. Okay.
But
Interesting.
since
They're actually
Michael
the same
Douglas was
person.
already an established actor,
Yeah.
he had to take a different name.
And Nicolas Cage. You know me and my relationship with Nicolas Cage. His original name was it's like Nicholas something Coppola, because and so he is a
Sofia
distant
Coppola. Or
Yeah, so
Coppola?
he is related to the Coppola family, like Francis Ford Coppola.
do you
He
remember
wanted to-
whenever they said he was a
Couple of
vampire?
bitches. No, I don't know.
Yes, I think so.
And they had that portrait, and it looked just like him.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a time
But
travel.
he wanted to come up on
Wait,
his own.
we only have 3 minutes left.
Do we?
Kind of.
I'm
We
so
can-
Yeah.
confused.
We can wrap it up.
Oh yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
If you want to. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
real quick question for the two of you: Joaquin's Joker or Heath's Joker? You have to pick one. Which one?
Can't compare them.
Can't compare any.
That's not the question. It's not the
Can't
question.
compare. Okay, let me tell
You
you
gotta
this.
answer.
Heath Ledger.
The fact that you left Jack Nicholson out makes me think less of you
Touche.
as a human being.
I love Jack Nicholson.
Oh, ouch.
But if I had to choose,
That's the question. Mm-hmm.
I can't see.
Tough question. Isn't
I
it?
can't see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker as a continual villain. So I guess I'll go with Heath. At the end of Joker,
There's no wrong answer.
there was a lot of questions in the air as to whether that even happened.
Yeah, but what does the plot have to do with his performance?
No, I'm not talking about his performance. I'm talking about the character. I can't see that character continue to be a villain, like continue, because when he was in the mental hospital, it kind of gave you the feeling that maybe not all of that happened, and he was just in there or
I
whatever.
mean, it's up for interpretation. Yeah.
Yeah, but I also think John's right. You can't compare them. But if I had to choose, like who portrayed the greatest Joker ever,
Jared Leto. Just kidding. But he might be. We have Snyder Cut coming up. He's supposed to be in it.
yeah, it looked cool until they made him look like Jesus, and I'm pretty sure that was probably Jared Leto's idea because he actually runs a
You said
fucking
that it looks
cult.
intriguing.
Yeah, before I saw that,
Okay. I didn't know that.
Jared Leto is a fucking.
Weird ass. Yeah.
Not just that,
Yeah.
but he's a pretentious fuck.
Yes. Yes,
And
Tim has strong opinions about
the
Jared
only
Leto.
movies I ever liked him in were the ones where he got beheaded or beaten the shit out of.
I can't imagine giving that.
So, did you
much
like
of a fuck
Requiem
about
for a
Jared Leto.
Dream, Tim?
No, I didn't see that movie.
Oh, that's a
I've
classic.
heard too much about it, and I was just
Oh,
kinda
Jared
like,
Leto's a drug addict in it.
That movie's disturbing.
Yeah. and he has a very bad fate. Let's just say that. So
It's
maybe you
disturbing.
want to watch it. There you go.
Speaking of disturbing, I've never seen this movie, but a lot of people talk about it. It's called Gummo.
I've never heard of that.
It's fucked.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's all we
I
need
could
to-
I could tell you other things about other movies, but I don't want to feel creepy. So
That's fine.
I'd rather keep it light and such. But
So, I can tell you.
I think Joaquin did a great job. I think Ledger did a great job. I think Hamill does a great job. I thought Cesar Romero he did a great job. Nicholson did a great job. But if I had to choose one Joker, it'd probably be Ledger's because like if he didn't die, the movie that we would have gotten,
if he didn't die, he would still be playing the Joker right now.
We wouldn't have had the Bane movie. We would have had him in Arkham Asylum and all that shit, and that would have been fucking rad. And like the way he delivered he gave himself so much into that character, and the character had so many layers. He gave so many reasons as to why he got the scars, but you didn't know what story was real. And obviously, he had to have like, my theory on that character is he was in war and he was high ranking, and he came back mentally with probably the worst ever post-traumatic stress disorder. And that
would make a lot of sense.
He hated the world and society, and he took all that military knowledge, with the ballistics and all that shit, because you never seen a Joker with a fucking in live action movies. Okay, you can talk about cartoons. Oh, he has a bazooka, but this dude was straight up, he knew military grade shit and knew how to use it.
Interesting. Yeah, he had a lot of weapons and stuff. Yeah. No, Ledger is the standard. Let's be clear. He is this gold standard of Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course Nicholson is the OG. Okay, I don't go as far back as Romero. That age, I don't even look at them. But Ledger is the standard. My only thing is Phoenix did such an amazing job at a origin story Joker, and dissecting how this guy slowly becomes you're God, this guy's
yes, and that's why they're not comparable, because they were doing two different.
They are different things, yeah. But I mean,
right.
It's same characters, a little bit same, but it is different. You're right. You could call it a tie, and it won't be a issue, because in their own movies they absolutely owned them for what they were, and you're right, they're totally different. It's not like you can just pick Phoenix and put him in Dark Knight and he's gonna be good or whatever. But yeah,
but you said in both their movies they owned them, but the Joker is called Joker. He was the main character. It's good that he owned that movie. Heath Ledger was a part of the movie Dark Knight, and he owned it.
He owned the movie. Touche. That's a good
I
argument.
I do want to say this, and I do agree that they are any portrayal of the Joker is definitely comparable, because you see in the Batman mythos, Joker doesn't have a past. Like he says in one of the comic books, he says, if I was to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. So it's really up to you where the Joker came from. Who is he? What did he come from? Like Tim, your theory was, I think that was the first time I've heard that theory. That's and that could be it.
I've heard that theory before.
Oh, just for the Heath Ledger version.
Yes, I'm just saying, think about it though. What if even in the Batman, in the entire context of Batman, even in the comics, what if he is a totally messed up in the brain former military veteran, and he's just you know what, fuck everybody, I'm just gonna kill everyone, because it's fun,
without having a backstory like Batman does,
and it makes them even more dangerous.
There's more mysterious behind it. Yeah.
So, and I think in that sense, the Joker, it doesn't really matter. where he comes from or whatever. So I would say, like you said, everybody did their part well.
They killed it.
And every single Joker, everyone has acted well as the Joker. Like I will say, Jack Nicholson. Okay, fine, Jared Leto. Whatever. I'm not.
I just can't. The Suicide Squad. Okay, let me.
Okay, look, the Suicide Squad.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
His portrayal in the Suicide Squad. I'm not saying anything about the Snyder Cut because I haven't seen it yet.
It's not out yet.
But the portrayal in the Suicide Squad, I don't like him as this Neo 2000s gangster, but I can understand it. What I can't understand is saving someone's life, whether it be Harley Quinn or whoever. The Joker doesn't really love. The Joker doesn't put anyone else above the Joker.
Touche, yeah.
And the fact that he fucking saved her made me want to fucking hurl.
They're crazy in love.
I'll say this. He did not save Harley Quinn. He saved an asset to his cause.
Yeah.
I don't think the Joker cares about an asset to his cause.
I think this Joker
just cares
does.
about him.
I don't think you need to keep comparing this Joker to what the Joker from the comic books or from any cartoon or any other movie. Like, let it be different.
Then I don't like it.
Then you don't like it. Just say
fine.
you don't like it.
That's fine.
But
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying everyone like who played Joker, like for example, I will say Jack Nicholson. He looked like he was having, out of all of them, looked like he was having the best time as the Joker.
That was fun.
Like I will say he was the one having fun with that role. Like everybody else was like, oh, we have to go deep and really get into it. Which yes, absolutely. But Jack Nicholson was just like, you know what, fuck it, I just want to hang loose.
Jack Nicholson's nuts regardless.
Yeah, well, that is for sure. And he's just like, you know what? He's like, you know what? This is the Joker. I'm a fucking clown, so I'm gonna be it.
Did you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Nice, that's the line.
Yeah.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
You want to get nuts?
Hit a man with glasses, would you? Like,
nice, you got it down.
So there were so many lines.
Yeah,
I like that his Joker actually had jokes.
Yeah.
And he had like
He was a nice.
You mean the pencil joke wasn't a joke?
The pencil joke was a murder.
It was a nice. I think his Joker took that darkness, and it took that lightness from before, and had them both like it was
warp into one.
It was together.
Yeah.
Whereas like Ledger was
as
more
much
dark,
as I love
and Joaquin's was just dark.
As much as I love Heath Ledger and as much as I love Joaquin Phoenix, I think that the con of those portrayals is that it has pigeonholed people into thinking that the Joker needs to be portrayed as an anarchist.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Like, there have been so many different kinds of the Joker.
My favorite version of Joker is the one that's obsessed with Batman.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Because see, Batman and Joker can't live without each other. That's the whole idea.
Joker especially. Because in the Harley Quinn show, which is a comedy for the most part, but there's drama, there's this, there's that. There's a point where the Riddler has Harley Quinn and Batman above a tank of acid, right? And Joker has to choose who goes in. And he said, sorry, sweets or toots, I can't live without the love of my life or whatever. And he saves Batman. But it was all a ruse set up by Poison Ivy to show Harley Quinn that Joker doesn't really give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Because for a very long time, she tries to get it into her head to get over your ex, get over this dude. and Harley Quinn has a hard time with that. But the show's fantastic.
Okay.
Can't say
I'll
enough
check it
good
out.
things about it. There's so many good actors in that show.
It's good, yes.
All right.
Gotta wrap it up here. Yeah.
With that, we will wrap it up. Thank you for joining us for our first episode, rebranded as the Gooniverse. Mosh, congratulations. You got the part. You're our fourth member now.
Yay.
So awesome. Yes.
Part of the
But with that, thank you all so much for tuning in to our first episode. Hopefully we will see you next time. And everybody say bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Unite!
All right. On that note, we are ending. See you later.